My father brought us here when I was just a boy.
For a holiday?
Research. He studied Incan stone monuments. I guess it was more of a hobby. He had no formal education.
He sounds like an interesting man.
He was.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I thought I'd come back here after he died. Maybe see if I could finish what he started.
I know how you feel.
But then I just ended up staying. There's something about this place that draws people and keeps them here.
Me disculpo, señorita.
Have you come to the mission seeking salvation or its secrets?
I'm not sure. A little of both, maybe.
To wait for life to unfold before you is a luxury of the young. I was like that once, drifting along.
Is that how you came here?
Huh? Oh, in a way. In a way. Can I offer you a small piece of advice? Make a choice before it's made for you. Enough of my meddling. Are you looking to trade? I'm sure you will be satisfied. Good deal. Come back soon, miss.
Justo lo que necesitamos. Un montón de mocosos. Pero no es el chile, Ernesto. Eso es seguro.
Escucha, Carlos, diciéndole que no deje de revolverlo.
La única salvación de ese chile es con la tierra. Profundo.
Si no revuelves el chile, se va a pegar a la olla, hombre.
Hard work is good for the soul. The sect has been maintaining this mission through hard work for over 400 years. Ángel de la Cruz and Truilos Serrano arrived here back then and immediately set to work. Their philosophy of labor being the only true way to get closer to God is one we still follow, even now.
So many places, even Maya ruins, I'm telling you. When I was younger and I made my way through Altochino.
I hope you've shined up those dancing shoes, Manu. I found the ruin. It was Maya, an ancient aqueduct. It was wonderful, just as you'd imagined.
I knew you would! Now, tell me everything.
The ruins had flooded because of the earthquake. I swam through tunnels teeming with peril.
Go on.
I found a vast cavern and a stone tower with massive heads carved into its sides.
The Lords of Xibalba, right? Incredible. What else?
It must have been an aqueduct of some kind. And you'll never believe this. Most of the machinery is still functional. Water wheels 3 men high turned as smoothly as the day they were built. It was amazing to see, Manu. To be so close to all that history where no one has set foot in hundreds of years.
I see it. I can smell it, feel it, taste it. You've brought tears to an old man's dry eyes. I can't thank you enough. I'd like to give you something.
Manu, I couldn't.
Please, I insist. It's the first relic I ever found. It's beautiful and intricate. A decorated skull. I'd like someone who has the same passion for exploring that I did as a young man to have it. Don't ever let anything kill your sense of curiosity and wonder.
I won't. Thank you, Manu. An adhesive made of tree sap and powdered bone hold the jade and other gems in place within the wearer's teeth. A crude drill, perhaps made of obsidian, would have been used to delicately carve out the notches required to hold the jewelry in place.
¿Estás ciega? Después del trabajo. Dice que los mejores hoyos se cavan en la noche.
This document outlines the goals and works of the mission of St. John. In addition to their individual spiritual goals and their outreach programs, the people here are clearly passionate about contributing to the nearby communities. Education, literacy, healthcare, even donating a portion of the food they raise.
Pues la que se acerque ese hombre en la noche es ante la botella de cerveza. No podemos guardar esa basura. Va a traer. No tenemos dónde más guardar. ¿Cuándo terminará? Haré lo que pueda para que los niños no causen problemas.
Gracias.
¿Encontraste la pieza que te pedí? La pieza para superar mi adicción.
You know, it seems like every few years, God throws a disaster this way.
I can see that the earthquake caused a lot of damage.
Nothing we can't fix with enough time. And materials. Unfortunately, one of those is in short supply.
Mire aquí.
¿Qué está haciendo?
La mezcla aguantó muy bien el temblor.
30th of December, 1603. Lopez has just returned from a nearby village, and with him came a group he says will follow him and help us with construction. There was something strange about his behavior. I attributed it to the long journey through the jungle. That night, however, he admitted what had been bothering him. "They followed me," he whispered. "The others." He walked off. I spent that sleepless night worrying about his deviations toward madness.
nos vamos. ¿Y ahora? Espera que otro tipo la arregle.
This document describes the founding of the mission. There were 4 solar eclipses in this region around that time, in 1521, 1538, 1539, and 1543. Spanish missionaries reported that during each one, a vision of John the Apostle appeared on the site. So in his honor, the mission of St. John was built here in 1544. I don't have enough space for that. All full up. Can't carry anymore.
Un día a la vez, como si tuviéramos elección.
El daño es bastante grande. Reforzamos todo lo que pudimos.
Someone once said if you really want to learn about a town, you have to visit their graveyards. I don't know why. One is the same as the next. Some might be a little more orderly, with neat rows, or they're like this one, where it feels more natural and unplanned.
I wish I knew why Isabella was trying to climb the cross.
Hijo de nuestra amada Virgen, ¿cuántos son mis hijos y yo?
Feels like a mausoleum.
Means we're on the right track, right? Jonah, I feel something. We're getting close. Let's look around for signs of Lopez.
These notes were written by the founder of the Sector 7. They're talking about funds allocated for renovations to the library.
The door closed and a silence settled, so great and so vast I held my breath for fear of breaking it. Lopez turned to me, his eyes wild, a smile screwed across his face. He came toward me, arms outstretched, and for a moment fear flickered across my heart. But he pulled me close, his fingers digging into my shoulders. I found it, he whispered in my ear, and releasing me, he wandered through this room. Walls of pure jade reaching up to the heavens, completely covered in intricate etched mosaics and carved figures. I followed at a distance as he approached an altar, and watched as he lifted a silver box from it. The others are worried that Brothers de la Cruz and Serrano will not return. I have so far maintained they will, that they always have. But in my heart, I am beginning to believe we have seen the last of them, and that grief weighs heavily. We will continue their work. Either they will return to find we have not forgotten the teachings, or they will look down on us from above and bless our continued labors. This cross, it looks like it's from the 17th century. "25th of December, 1603. It has been 4 days since we turned away from the city. We traveled in silence and in circles, guided by a confusion of grief, relief, and celebration. Lopez and I exited the jungle and landed in a clearing, under the gaze of several faces carved into the side of the mountain. Lopez had an episode, as he later called it. He threw himself in front of the faces and screamed for forgiveness. The heaviest sin on his heart was abandoning Perez to the strange warriors. They had grown close over the journey. Try as I might, I could not console him, so I built a fire and waited, as he decreed his actions and pleaded for forgiveness from the silent stone faces. Impossible. I can't carry anymore. And under his wings you may seek refuge. Under his wings. And under his wings you may seek refuge. Jonah, this book describes a stranger's arrival at the mission. He founded the Sect of Seven. Maybe that was Lopez.
Like on the pamphlet. We must be getting close. We should keep looking.
All full up. Can't carry anymore. 26th of December, 1603. Lopez woke me, having already prepared a Spartan breakfast. "This is where we were meant to be," he said, a cold determination in his voice, so very different from how he acted just the day before. I finished my meal as he spoke of holy retribution, how he had acted in error, but now God had put his hands on his shoulders and shown him the path to walk. "We will spread the true word of God from this small mission," he said, pointing to an adobe building just beyond the stone faces. "We will prepare the path for the chosen one to follow. For only he who does will be worthy of this box. All full up. Can't carry any more. John, son of Zebedee, one of Jesus' apostles, also called the beloved disciple. He and his brother James were known for their impetuousness and temper, which prompted Christ to start calling them Boanerges, sons of thunder. John is credited with writing 5 books of the New Testament: the Gospel of John, the 3 epistles of John, and the Book of Revelation. He's the patron saint of love and loyalty, as well as writers, publishers, and scholars. One of his symbols is a serpent in a cup, which is linked to his patronage of victims of poisoning and burns. The sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. Jonah, those 2 Bible quotes. The sun will be darkened, and under his wings you may seek refuge.
What does it mean?
That's it. Look for a heron and an eclipse. This roughly drawn sketch shows St. John repelling a demon attack. Perhaps they plan to have this as one of the frescoes in the mission. Brother de la Cruz appeared one day, emerging from the jungle, breathing new life into the mission. There were just the 3 of us when he arrived, and Sister Dorothea had been ill for many weeks. He and his associate began to work that first day. By the next week, de la Cruz had recruited a workforce of 36. They prepared the bell tower and worked the fields, planting crops. Brother de la Cruz aims to make us self-sufficient. We'd spent so long alone out here, I'd worried we'd lose God's ear. Lo and behold, we not only had his ear, but he sent another to act as his hands as well.
Tardaremos eternidades. ¿Cuántos años?
Un paso a la vez.
Stone faces weep as Jesus creeps along the dolorous path. Too many died. More will still, and more will still, and more will still. His light leads the way.
Un día a la vez.
Como si tuviéramos elección.
There's a whole mural under here. Cruz. The true cross.
Is that what I think it is?
The silver box. It's unmistakable.
Jesus takes up the cross. These are the stations of the cross. But there's a bunch missing.
Before 1600, there were only 7. This could date back to the time of Lopez.
This is one of his clues.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing he does.
All right. Let's see if we can find a cross lying around here somewhere. When we find the box, how do we get the key back from Dominguez?
We'll find a way.
Etzli is young to have all that responsibility. Found something?
Yeah.
Must be pretty hard for him.
Jesus takes up the cross. Help me lift this. Looks like a long way down. Let's see where this leads. Station 2. Jesus falls the first time.
There's an inscription here. Ambulate dum lucem habitis.
Walk while you have the light. I'll need to move the cart to direct the light beam to the door.
I wouldn't want to be buried in here. My head tossed behind a cross somewhere.
Walk while you have the light, so that the darkness may not overtake you.
Sounds like a hint.
Or a threat.
This looks like the Virgin Mary.
Station 3. Jesus meets his mother.
The mirror looks dusty. I'll give you a boost. Hey, it worked. The light leads this way. What happened to these people?
Looks like the light activated something.
Lara! Are you alright? You're lucky it was a little rusted.
This must be Station 4.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at these frescoes. I'll need to direct the light beam towards the fresco of Veronica.
These people look like they were tortured. Oh, goodness.
I don't think this was just a crypt.
You sure that's right?
This must be Station 4. Let's have a look at these frescoes. I'll need to direct the light beam towards the fresco of Veronica. There's a woman in this one. Look, someone else got close. He wasn't as lucky. It looks like he's accepting the cross here.
Lara, is that what I think it is?
The Stations of the Cross again.
But with mummies. Isn't this sacrilegious?
Not necessarily. They could have been paying the ultimate homage.
Or they were just sick.
This must be Station 6. I'll need to direct the left light beam toward the crucifixion scene.
Looks like a church. These ones are posed like monks.
Uh-huh.
Staged the whole crucifixion with mummies? Seems sacrilegious.
I think that she's wiping his face, I think. Mm-hmm. They're lifting him. They're carrying him.
This is disgusting. I'm glad I wasn't around when Lopez was.
He's carrying the cross. I think he's taking up the cross.
That inscription.
Jesus, nailed to the cross. I'll need to direct the left light beam toward the crucifixion scene. Don't let Lopez get in your head. He's caused enough trouble already.
Okay, let's do this.
Strange there are only 7 stations. This must be based on an older tradition. Jesus takes up the cross, falls the first time, meets his mother. Then Veronica wipes his face before he falls the second time. Then he is crucified and finally entombed.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's on the pamphlet.
Lopez had his disciple wall him in, and then... bang.
No witnesses.
Only the hands of the Righteous One may seize destiny from mine.
I guess it's you then.
He led us on this goose chase. He sabotaged every clue.
All to keep this box from Trinity.
And the people of Paititi. He was totally consumed by it.
Where is she?
I don't know.
I just need the box.
Fuck you!
Well, I guess we're done here.
Amaru!
Stop!
Let him go! Release him, and I will give you the box.
Lara, what are you doing?
I've lost enough people.
I know you have. Your father was brilliant.
He was taken from me before I could know.
He was my friend. But he was obsessed, relentless.
You didn't know him.
He refused to see the potential for destruction in his work. He had to be stopped.
You had him killed.
He was going to lead the public to Paititi.
Everything I love, everything I fought for. My world would have been destroyed.
And what about my world?
You can't think it's the same.
It is to a 9-year-old girl. I was a child.
There was too much at stake. An entire civilization, hundreds of years of independence, thousands of lives. I had no choice.
There's always a choice. It's not too late. You can honor Unuratu and restore the sun.
No. The threat must be removed.
You're a low, selfish, murdering coward.
And you, Lara? How many lives have you ended? In pursuit of what? Lara! Go! Stop him!
Just now? Yeah.
Think we should call him?
Hell no. If there's any change in our status, he'll tell us.
Spanish Jesuit missionary Andres Lopez, a member of Trinity, was dispatched to find and retrieve this silver box of Ishal rumored to be in Paititi. Instead of bringing the box back to the Trinity High Council, he confessed the theft to his old friend, the Emperor of Paititi, Sinchichika, Unuratu's ancestor. Together they entered into a plot to hide the box from Trinity. Lopez went west of Paititi and founded the mission of San Juan, leaving a path of clues stretching back to Cozumel for Sinchichika's descendants to follow when the time came. But while building the mission and the deadly crypts below, the box's power corrupted Lopez's mind. He came to believe that no one was worthy of the power of the sun. He died alone in the dark, consumed by the power of the box. Soon after, disease severely wiped out the population of Paititi, taking Sinchichika and knowledge of the path of the clues that led to the silver box with it.
Gotta hand it to them. This is a heck of a place to live. Next.
Commander Rourke? Keep this channel clear.
But sir, we're hearing disruption to our northwest.
The situation is being handled. I say again, keep this channel clear. Rourke out.
I hope I get to see it when they take it out of here.
So much goddamn ash everywhere.
Hasn't been much radio chatter.
Who builds a mission next to a volcano?
I get to see it when they take it out of here. much radio chatter.
Hold on. Wait for order. This isn't right.
Shit! Look out! How did that happen? Keep your heads up!
I got your back.
Need to search there.
There, maybe.
Not a damn thing! Take point,
your
guns
eyes
up!
open.
Ready to engage! He's hit! On it! Get already!
last seen in the church. Find them.
They just left her alone in the church. It was chaos in there, obviously. But this is Croft. There was something more important to worry about.
Please, try to come through here.
The guy holding the box won't be able to move very fast.
How does he expect to get away?
It's like Croft is always making us play catch-up.
In there, obviously. But this is Croft. There was something more important to worry about.
Please, try to come through here.
The guy holding the box won't be able to move very fast.
How does he expect to get away?
It's over. He's got nowhere to run.
These people just don't give up.
Log. You, take point. Roger, team leader. With the area. Right with you. Above me. Target hostile down. On me. Hostile spotted. They just left her alone in the turret. It was chaos in there, obviously. But this is Croft. There was something more important. You know that, right? Relay to all. They just left her alone in the church. It was shit. You're gonna pay for the others.
Jonah, where are you?
I'm in the cane field. They can't see me.
Keep your head down. I'm on my way.
All units, priority 1, find Lara Croft.
You heard the commander. Let's go hunting.
Croft, I know you're out there. I should have killed you in Siberia, but the Minguez was against it. That's on me. But I'm gonna fix that mistake. Now.
Hey, where are you?
Oh, I don't like this.
Hey, did you know they're still rum in some of these barrels?
For Christ's sake, Morgan, do your job.
I want it dead. Bad.
You better not be screwing around.
Oh, fucking...
Come on. All right, let's go. I'll take point. I don't see anything.
Hey, where's Morgan? Holy shit! I was just talking to him. Everybody, Morgan's missing. Find him, now.
I have nothing wrong with the truck.
Croft again. Jesus Christ.
Maybe the heat and the tall grass is getting to me. Nothing's wrong with the truck.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe the heat from that tall grass is getting to me.
First streak of blockade is down.
Can't shake this feeling that something bad is just around the corner.
Exactly what she's praying.
Maybe the heat from that tall grass is getting to me.
Cardinal 6, got visual on Croft. He's at the distillery. Deacon team deployed. Deacon's on the ground, Commander.
Let's get her.
Give me that box.
Are you okay?
Okay. Fine.
Jonah!
Oh, yeah. I got it. I'm good.
What the hell were you thinking?
If I was you, it would have worked.
They might not get far.
Go.
Go, we got this. How much longer to Paititi?
Almost there. I'm sorry I lost the box.
It's not your fault. It's Dominguez. It's Trinity. All the way back, as far as I can remember, it's always been them. I could have had a family. Everything could have been different. We will get the box, and we will stop Dominguez. Your Highness.
Lara. Where's the box?
Amaru has it.
But the death of the sun draws near.
We'll get it back before he completes the ritual.
This will not be easy. We'll have to adjust the plan. Please, take your time to prepare yourself. We'll gather intelligence and fighters.
Thank you.
I'll stay here and lend Uchu a hand. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay.
I hope they can be saved. If you could help my comrades, I'd be forever grateful. If you could help my comrades, I'd be forever grateful. Lara, it's good to see you again.
You too, Uchu. How are the preparations going for Etzli's coronation?
Not well, sadly. Shortly after you left Paititi, a group of hunters pulled Zan's body from the wilderness.
Zan, was he one of the men you sent out?
To retrieve the champion's bow, yes. Lara, I hate to ask you, but...
But would I go and get the champion's bow?
It's a lot to ask. This is the most difficult of the items to retrieve. Zan was one of our best.
May I ask what makes this bow so special?
Queen Unaratu's ancestors carved it from the first ceiba tree to grow in the wilderness outside the city. It has been handed down through generations. She bestowed it upon Sairi, Etzli's father, on their wedding day. It joins the two families together, but it was lost many years ago, taken by the Nahual.
The Nawal? That's someone who has the power to transform into an animal, right?
Yes. This one stalks the jungle outside the city. Envious, it tricks Sairi into giving it the bow. Etzli is the rightful heir of the champion's bow. Without it, he cannot be king.
Okay, point the way.
Thank you. You will find the entrance directly across from here, up the shore of the river.
Don't worry, I'll do my best to get the bow. I can't believe how much Etzli has grown in such a short time.
He's going to make... He's going to make a great king.
Yes, but he's lost both his parents.
So did you.
I think he's handling it a little better.
That's just how it looks from the outside. So much responsibility on his shoulders.
I can't imagine.
It's not just about Trinity anymore.
No. Now it's for Paititi. All full up. Can't carry any more. Impossible. I can't carry anymore. This describes something nearby. 2 serpents guard life and death. I lie trapped within their eternal struggle. This should come in handy. All full up. Can't carry anymore. I'll have to climb to make it across. This gear is early 20th century. All full up. Can't carry any more. That starched shirt Fawcett may be getting all the attention, but I know his time is almost up. The world will remember the Timothy Walker as the man who finally found the lost city of El Dorado. We've set up camp in a canyon. It was a grueling journey to get this far. We'll rest here a few days, get our bearings. Some of the men need patching up, and I wouldn't mind one good night's sleep. The men say something came through the camp last night. The jungle is getting to them. I keep telling them that we're close and we need to keep it together. One of the scouts has found a temple of some kind up ahead. We'll start construction of bridges and ladders this morning and head out from camp this afternoon. All full up. Can't carry any more. All full up. Can't carry any more.
Someone there.
Impossible. I can't carry any more. What an incredible sight. Impossible. I can't carry anymore. I don't have enough space for that. Damn this place. Damn this forsaken jungle. It holds a jewel just out of reach and then sweeps your legs out from under you. We've almost made it across that bottomless pit. Some kind of altar beckons from the other side, under a giant stone face that seems to mock our efforts. Something attacked the camp. Some men claimed it was panthers. Others said something more sinister. Half the crew insist on abandoning the expedition. I had to dress one man down, made an example of him. All I need is one more day. One more lousy day. Impossible. I can't carry anymore.
You don't scare me! I know what you are!
If I could tether a rope somewhere, I could climb across. I could turn that platform and create a tether. If I could tether a rope somewhere, I could climb across. They must have abandoned this place in the middle of building it. I'll need to turn that rope platform around. I'll need to turn that rope platform around. All full up. Can't carry anymore. be a climbing path somewhere to reach the altar. There must be a climbing path somewhere to reach the altar. Must be a climbing path somewhere to reach the altar. Impossible. I can't carry anymore. This camera belongs to the X700 line. Sam had one of those. I was so jealous. It's just the thing you'd want for an expedition to find a lost monument or civilization. This is proof that there were people coming here as recently as the 1980s. Even when modernity scoffs at them, some legends still manage to inspire people. The lens is cracked. Almost looks as though it was hit by a projectile of some type. Impossible. I can't carry anymore. All full up. Can't carry anymore. The monogram reads PHF. That has to stand for Percival Harrison Fawcett. All full up. Can't carry any more. All full up. Can't carry any more. A depiction of Apuk, god of death and ruler of Mitnel, the ninth and most horrible level of the Maya version of hell. One thing Apuk enjoyed doing was dressing in putrefying flesh and visiting the surface to prey upon the living. According to legend, the only way to save yourself from him was to scream and yell like you were in unbearable agony. He'd assume you were already being tortured by one of his minions and leave you alone. How appropriate that his harbinger demon was a screech owl named Muon. Counterweight is tied to the statue in my way. The counterweight is tied to the statue in my way. The counterweight is tied to the statue in my way. This might represent one of the lords of Shabalba. All full up. Can't carry any more. The counterweight is tied to the statue in my way. Impossible. I can't carry anymore. Impossible. I can't carry anymore. Those charged with crimes are brought here, and they battle under the watchful gaze of the gods, the only infallible judges. Those proven innocent may leave, but the guilty are killed and thrown to Xibalba. Amazing. Is this a pocket top court? Need to raise that ladder somehow. I'll need to find a way to raise the ladder to get the cart under it. I'm gonna have to raise that ladder. Need to find a way to lift the ladder. Must be a way to lift this ladder. All full up. Can't carry anymore. Can't do much until I get that ladder raised. Need to find a way to lift the ladder. May 23rd. Over a month has passed since our expedition departed from Cuiaba. We have consumed our provisions methodically thus far, and continue to be in high spirits. Father's age shows when we're on foot. A few times now I have caught Raleigh looking over his shoulder and back at us to make sure we're still keeping up. Father always returns a look with a smile and saying he'll soon be the one in the lead. I'll need to find a way to raise the ladder to get the cart under it. Can't do much until I get that ladder raised. counterweight is locked in place by the wrong cart. I'll need to unlock it and move the cart. Shit. The rope snapped. Need to get that first cart out of the way. Need to get that first cart out of the way. Need to get that first cart out of the way. Now I can pull the counterweight down. 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 can use the cart closest to the monument to lock the left side counterweight in place. Now I can pull the counterweight down. Now I can pull the counterweight down. Now I can pull the think this is the way out. Now I can pull the counterweight down. Impossible. I can't carry anymore. That's a bit of progress. I can tether the ladder to the statue on the right of the monument. Shit. The rope snapped. to lower the counterweight on the monument's right. Now to lower the counterweight on the monument's right. I'll need to move a cart to the other side of the ladder. I'll need to move a cart to the other side of the ladder. Now to lower the counterweight on the monument's right. There. Hope this ladder isn't as rotten as it looks. Find a way out. And in the moment the gods were satisfied Metnal did not kill his wife, a pelican landed at the accused's feet. This stunned those in attendance. This was a seabird, hardly ever seen this far inland. The representatives of the gods decided to see what the bird meant to do. It circled Metnal, flapping its wings and squawking softly, and then it opened its mouth and a half-eaten fish landed at Metnal's feet. This was understood by all as a sign of Metnal's guilt, and he was quickly executed. I don't have enough space for that.